I see dead people. I got nothing. 3 bullets. 3. That's crazy work.
Wake.
They just come out like that, huh? Okay. Let's step back in here. We got a couple of use. Increase max amount of health. You know what?
The new story beat fit the story perfectly.
My only thing is, oh wait, I might end up back over here. I'm confused where this line takes me. The location. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I don't need to make my way all the way back, because I was thinking, shit, I'm gonna have to go all the way back. I still haven't got the shotgun. I kinda wanna use that motherfucker for the shotgun. Yeah, we don't wanna get detected. Not at all. Okay. Following the typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination. So I am back. Okay, hold on. Why is there a question mark over here? Oh. Oh. I never had my gun in a quick slot. What? So the only one I missed was that one with, I don't know. No way I missed it. How? Oh, the collapse tunnel. I was gonna say, what? But first, let me go. Let me go collect that question mark.
Wake. Wake.
They don't spot me that quick anymore. At least that's what it said. 50% less chance. Let me see. Anybody here?
This thread fit the scene.
Maybe if I do it right here.
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Oh, check that. How the fuck am I supposed to? Okay, maybe I gotta. Let's try changing it one more time. Come on, man. Okay. Oh shit, it's 3. Okay. And that ought to do it. that ought to do it. Golly. Okay, so I'm in this one box that I could have collected. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's just quick save it real quick. Am I in a party still? I think I am. Okay. There we go. Okay. Collapsed tunnel.
The dark presence. Fuck!
What the fuck? Damn.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Yeah, okay. Gosh, damn. All that damn noise.
The tunnel was open now.
Oh
Shit.
my god. Run, bitch, run, bitch. Fucking shit.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
Gosh. Fuck, it gets so intense. Chill.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Heart. Wait, this is that fucking dude. What is it? Nightingale. Shit.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road.
All right. The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadows cast, the third eye now open. I say to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends who meet. And when you're gone. So this is pretty interesting how it's all intertwining. It's playing his moments while the FBI agent was looking for him. Interesting.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
We're going deeper. I'm back here.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Closer to what?
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
I don't want to go there. I'm feeling like this is the best idea.
Maybe a writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
I got the chills. I don't know about this. I fucking knew it. Haunting. Great.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Take photos for exhibit posters. That's a crazy photo.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Video art doc on screen. Focal point of the dark place.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do, too, sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
What the fuck?
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Hmm.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Wait, I thought this place was inside her head. So now it's manifested in reality? Huh.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting tired. Can't say I understand all this, but if Wake is telling the truth, then this magic light switch is the most tangible lead. Let's start there. was already looking into the cult, two birds, one stone.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
The trailer near Watery, huh? Good place to start. The cult stash has an ominous, creepy warning inside. No, inside. Oh, I'm tired. Is the note inside to scare people off? Do they expect people to break into these? They keep exiting.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. The page describes the overlap being related to the dark place. Where Wake was. What does it say? The stronger the connection between belief and emotion response, the better. Darker. Sounds like darker, more emotional works are more effective and altering. The reality-changing influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed. So it's not just writing, other art forms work too. Poems about a local legend, a witch's heart, lost heart, about terror. An overlap needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality eroded by repeated dark lore and a counterpoint crafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting story on the outside. So overlaps can only form in specific places. For the overlap to form, it can't just be an urban legend. It must be supported by an accompanying narrative in the dark place. Wake was in another world that entire time. This is an entity inside of the dark place called the Dark Presence. According to Wake, the Dark Presence can sometimes take his appearance. How? Why? When the dark presence looks like Wake, it goes by the name Scratch. An evil twin is a bit convenient. I'll keep an eye on it. Flashlight seems to weaken them. Thought I hit that one. Inside, bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. When the areas are safe from the dark place, and the take. Okay, well, I obviously can't let this happen. Wait, the story changes our reality a bit by bit. The process is gradual.
No.
That means the effect isn't immediate. There is still time to fix it. Fixing coming into contact with the dark place. That's power to change reality.
The dark place makes writing come true, taking something real and nudging it. They're treating people's lives like toys. Can Wake be trusted with that kind of power? Can anyone?
If we don't stop it, Scratch will use the story to permanently change reality at the start of Deerfield. That only gives us 2 days to stop this. Let's get the clicker before Scratch with it. Magical light switch. Where do I even start with that? Wake says that dark presence can be accused. Access in the bottom left.
The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
Another world reached via Cauldron Lake, home of the dark presence, leading into our world through overlaps. The cult could be followers of Scratch. They have the clicker after all.
Ugh.
Why work for scratch? What does the cult get out of it? Okay.
Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air, but she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play it in whatever order you choose. That's it for me.